propose putting an end to anonymity on social media. In our countries, no one can walk the streets with a mask on their face or drive a car without a license plate. No one can send packages without showing an ID or buy a hunting weapon without giving their name. And yet, we are allowing people to roam freely on social networks without linking their profiles to a real identity. This paving the way for misinformation, hate speech, and cyber harassment.
All right, Shalom Israel. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, glory, and fear to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Kakwadash. Also, I want to give double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone that taught us this truth, and peace and salutations to the Lord's hopeful elect. Yeah, you hear this nonsense that this gentleman is spilling, man, but this is a precursor to this mark of the beast, man, spoken of in Revelation, man. All right. And then, you know, what drives me crazy is the whole a huge reason behind why they want to, you know, do these things is to say, you know, this whole cyberbullying and things. But again, we know who they're coming for the men, you know, of the Lord, man, the true prophets, man, because they see and they hear what's happening, man, out on the highways and byways, man, and they're, you know, it's just that time. But it's amazing how they're saying, you know, cyberbullying and all this shit when there's so much crap on the internet, man. I mean, there's porn on YouTube, and I mean, that's not, you know, monitor any child, you know what I mean, all these other issues, man. Then, you know, people that mess with children and things like that, and the child, you know, porn and shit that some of these guys are involved in, man. I mean, where's the, you know, discretion and things like that? Or where's the outrage and anger? You hear the way that he's wording, you know, these things is really just directed truly at the men of Yahweh Shema Hawashah in relation to the coming persecution, man. Plus, all right, he's talking about this this digital ID. Well, that's perfect, man. That'll be the mark of the beast, you know, and it's starting now because your boy, the president, all right, he's already started the quote unquote, you know, deportation, I guess, of the migrants, okay, and they're losing track of people, and that's going to be a huge reason why they want to give everyone that digital wallet, man, that mark of the beast, because they want to track everyone. They're going to be like, oh, it's out of control, we need to know who is who. And then of course they're going to come with the, you know, universal income, all these things, man. It's going to be, you know, be simultaneously, you know, happening, the persecution and the mark of the beast, man. But somehow, some way, you best to believe it, man, they're going to flip all this stuff back on the prophets, and, you know, the water Yahweh Bahashem Hawashah, because the Lord has prepared us for this. Actually, what he's doing is beautiful, because dance, puppet, dance, dance, puppet, dance, because everything that we're saying through prophecy with a sincere spirit, they're doing. So they're the Lord's puppets, man. And even, dare I say, the prophets' puppets, man, because if this isn't going to happen, then don't do it. Right? We're telling you everything through the spirit that you're going to do. It's telling you you're going to come with this digital ID, this mark of the beast, and telling you that you're going to, you know, try to persecute the men of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai.
Because it is facilitating the use of bots, and it is allowing people to act without being held accountable for their actions. Such an anomaly cannot continue.
And again, bro, the whole point, man, was all the debauchery that's on the internet. They don't stop them women from, you know, getting butt naked on there. OnlyFans, they you know, they allow them to make, you know, sometimes, I guess, you know, hundreds of thousands of dollars to maybe millions of dollars. Let them tell it to, you know, to do whatever online. They don't stop none of that debauchery going on. And please, you know, venture off to the dark web. I'm sure you'll see any and everything, man. But they want to. But we're the enemy, man. We're the one causing all, you know, the spirit of strife and division upon the earth, man. No, that's your leader, Esau Edom, man. All right. It's not us. But again, these are the lies. The same thing that Yahushua went through. The same thing, the prophets before us, went through, the men of the Lord, Israel, the Lord's hopeful elect. Same thing. People lying on us, man. All right. And this is a part of the story, man. It's a harsh reality, but this is a part of the story. So this is a good thing because it means that we're coming to the end of the story, man. All right. The end of the book. This is, the precursors to the persecution in the mark of the beast, which really are the last prophecies, man, that need to come to pass before Yahushua fully judged this place, man. And we see the second coming of Malak Yahushua. Malak means king in the Hebrew, and Yahushua, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ.
In democracy, citizens have the right to privacy, not to anonymity or impunity. Because with those two, social coexistence would be impossible. That is why I believe we must push forward the principle of pseudonymity as the functioning element of social media, and force all these platforms to link every user account to an European digital identity wallet. This way, citizens could use nicknames if they want, but in the case of a crime, public authorities will be able to connect those nicknames to real people and hold them responsible.
Right. And meanwhile, our youth can get on here and make, song after song, video after video talking about real violence. And you know what I'm talking about, putting people to sleep, and they make songs about it and don't too much shit happen to them, I mean, for the bulk of them. Now, sure, a lot of them are going to jail and a lot of them are going into the grave, but there's still, thousands upon thousands of young men of our nation that get here and still do the so-called drill rap, man. And, don't nothing, happen to them. Their videos are still up and they talking about real live, putting people to sleep. You know what I mean? And this is just fancy wording to say, we're getting ready to bring the mark of the beast, man. Don't be fooled. We are not ignorant of Satan's devices. Call Allah Yahbashim Mahawashi. The Lord has trained us well, man. All right, we're not ignorant. All this wording and phrasing is just talking about the mark of the beast, that they want to microchip everybody so they can keep track of everybody, man. Oh, you got a nickname he was going into that basically our YouTube channels or our social media names that we use sometimes. Oh, you prophets, they want to know who we are. That's what it's really about. So they can persecute us and get us without a lot of hassle, so they'll know exactly where we're at all times, man. All right. And so they can go ahead and round us up. And guess what? That's what we want you to do, dummy. All right. If you know what I mean, you guys are falling right into the hands of Yahweh Shema. It's amazing, man. You guys are idiots, bro. You're doing exactly what we told y'all we was going to do, man. The Lord is cold like that, man. Y'all love sports so much, man. Hey, the Lord is calling out the play in front of every last one of y'all, man. He's calling the play, and we are going to run the play perfectly, all right in front of you, and you're not going to be able to stop it. We're saying that, we're calling that persecutors, bring the mark of the beast, and then see what happens next.
Because accountability is not an obstacle to freedom of speech. It is an essential complement to it. On social media user, or it's much better to say, one social media user, one real ID. This is the only way to really ensure that minors do not access inappropriate content, that people who commit crimes are banned or prosecuted from social networks, and that the millions of fake profiles that exist and influence the public conversation are removed.
Man, again, bro, all he talking about the men of the Lord for the most part, because there's so much crap on the internet, man. that's way worse than what they think we're saying. You know what I mean? All right, this is Revelation 13, In verse 16, and he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. Man, talking about the enemy, man. All right. In his system, he's going to cause everybody to receive this mark. And we're telling y'all what that mark is, man. All right. RFID microchip, this device that they want to, and that's your sign, Israel. All right. That they want to implant in our bodies. All right. Don't be, stupid. That is your sign. At any point on this earth, if these people say, hey, take this device inside of your body, that is your sign that we are in Revelation, man. All right. Verse 17, and that no man might buy or sell. And that's heavy, man. Save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. So you're not going to be able to function in society, and you, especially here in Babylon the Great, because that's all it's about, and that's all it's ever been about: buying and selling, trading, etc. That's all it is, man. Buying and selling, man. And this is a very consumer heavy society, Babylon the Great, the so-called United States. And so a lot of people, especially the weaker vessel, the woman, because she loves her pleasantries and things like that, she's gonna be desiring to continue to buy and sell, especially as it relates to survival and their families. A lot of people gonna take their mark of the beast in the name of providing for their families. They're not gonna have faith in Yahweh Bahashim or Hawashai to provide for them when it seems like there's no way out. There seems like you're not gonna be able to eat. Seems like you don't know, where your next meal is coming from, or how you going to get out of these violent situations, man. All right. But hey, this is what the Lord has prepared us for. This is why he set up men upon the earth to warn and teach the people. And he has done a great job, man. It ain't our fault, that a lot of people didn't listen or take heed. They thought it was all good because they were prospering, settled on their leads, all right, especially the woman, man. And it's getting ready to go down. Call Allah Yahweh Bahashim Hawashah. Hey, you hear it, man. They're really seem like they're really finna do this. This is amazing. This is a great time upon the earth, man. And the Lord got a spirit, upon brothers, to be on fire right now. So Lord willing, we're giving diligence to make our calling and election sure. We're calling this play out, through faith. And we already know, what happens when the persecution and the mark of the beast is implemented. It'll be the end of this story and the beginning of a new one, man. Starting with the manifestation of this glorious kingdom that is Yahweh Bahashim and Hawashai, man. Lord willing, we get to take part in that, man, and we will have a portion in the Lord's kingdom, man. All right, so all we got to do, keep our head down, keep on working, don't let these people play us, and just do what the Lord required, man. He said his laws weren't grievous. He's really not asking much from us, but just to talk. Right now, this is just a talking phase. All we're really doing is talking, man. All right, so hey, just pray to the Lord for your strength, your wisdom, knowledge, your understanding. Pray for discernment. That's very important, to have a high level of discernment in these last days, to be able to see right from wrong and the trickeries and the wiles of the devil, man, because he's getting ready to come with it. And the Lord promises by just saying it, his word, the Lord is not a man that he shall lie, that this was going to be a time like this earth has never seen before. Goodness gracious, what are we getting ready to go through? There's been World War I. There's been a World War II. The Lord said this is going to be a time like no other. What are we getting ready to see? What are we getting ready to experience? What type of pestilence is the Lord getting ready to unleash upon this unholy place? All right. This unset apart place, man, And you know what I mean? It's going to be crazy. But again, we got to keep our wits about us, because, I think it's going to be fun, to a certain degree for the Lord's hopeful elect, man. Once we start, seeing that the Lord is with us, oh, that's it, man. One miracle, man, out there in Jacob's trouble, that's going to do it for us. We're going to have enough faith to make it all the way to the end, man, for sure. Once the Lord show his power. But in order for us to get to that type of dealing, we got to go through the process. And right now we're going through that process of being chastened. All right. The Lord is blocking, for lack of better words, certain things in our lives, man, so that we will be strong enough to endure what's getting ready to happen. Brothers is going to, go through all different things. Some brothers are going to be on the move, on the run, some brothers are going to be locked up, man, and We just got to be ready for that, man. So whatever we're going through, just praise Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Shai. It's always easier said than done. And don't nobody like to suffer, man. Which is why we want to get out of here, man. And we're not going to change the words of the Lord just because it sounds bad, man. We got to suffer, to reign with him, man. If we don't suffer with him, we can't reign with him. Talking about Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai, man. Suffering is a requirement. I talked to my little helpmeet, if you will, about that all the time. She don't want to suffer. She's so against it. It's too harsh for her. She don't understand the concept. You mean to tell me I gotta suffer? Why I gotta suffer? Etc., etc., etc. You err not knowing the scripture, sweetheart. Now, we don't get too heavy with our women when it comes, but sometimes they need to hear the truth, man. Sometimes they gotta hear it. And I have to remind her, hey, mark of the beast, don't take that mark. I don't get too heavy with it, but I gotta prophesy to her so she'll know. She can't just be ignorant. She's a grown woman, and that's the thing. You women, hey, y'all are not kids. Just because you're the weaker vessel, you're still an adult. All right, and you're still gonna be held accountable for your own damn transgressions, man. We're not gonna be, especially with us wiping the blood off our hands by prophesying. All right, we're not gonna be responsible for your own sins, man. All right, you're grown, you're old enough, and just like I was telling her last night, man, concerning the name of the Lord, still taking the name of the Lord lightly, taking it in vain, saying that, hey, I grew up with this name. This is the name I know. And the reason why that they're still like calling upon them names is because they're still prospering, right? So they figure in their mind, I'm talking about everybody of our nation that continue to call upon that idol or those idols. In their mind, they must be doing something right because they're prospering. They're not homeless, they're not on their deathbed. So the names that they keep on calling upon, they're not going to be able to receive it because they think they're right. And it's simply because they're not being judged, man, and chastened. Like, and what the Lord taught us about, being chastened, man. He chastened those who he loves, man. So if they're not getting effed with, all right, they're probably not of the Lord's hopeful elect, man. It is what it is. Everybody's not going to make it. We care about our family and things like that. But the Lord even said about his hopeful elect, the righteous shall scarcely be saved. How much more you clowns, man? All right. So, the whole point is we're not going to be like that, man. All right, the Lord then gave us this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. We're going to utilize it to the best of our ability, and Lord willing, we make it home here pretty soon, man. So with that, I want to give all praises, honor, glory, and fear to Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai. Till next time, shalom.